Hi there, I'm going to show you a tutorial of MyFitnessPal, so here we go. This is the home page here. You'll see a lot of different articles on fitness, but that's not really what we're going to be focused on here. This is the diary page. This is where we track our food from day to day. You see you have your breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, exercise, and even water. So you can track all your stuff here. This is the main page that we're going to be focusing on and how to track. The next one is a progress page, so we're going to click on that. And so this one shows your progress for the goal that you set on MyFitnessPal. And then the other more page would give you all of the extra settings. If you want to type in your nutrition, if you want to change your goals up, that's where you go. So anyway, we're going to start with breakfast. I had overnight oats this morning. So we're going to type in overnight oats. Now, the ones that they give you, it may not be specific to the ingredients that you actually used. It's just a good idea of how much or where you ate. Now, it doesn't have to be completely specific as long as we are tracking it individually. So what I'm going to do instead is I slide left and deleted the overnight oats, and now I'm going to go over. I'm going to insert all of the individual ingredients so I can be more exact, just because I like being a little bit more exact with what I'm putting in my body, but not there's nothing wrong with typing in a standard overnight oat recipe. It won't be completely exact, but it still gives you a good idea of where you're at. So I did rolled oats for my overnight oats, and I'm going to track that by putting in 1 1/4 cup of, or 1 1/4 servings of the rolled oats. Now you can change your measurements for the servings and for the amount that you actually used. So I also use silk protein milk. Now you see that I typed in the specific kind of milk because I want to be more specific with this one. And this one is more exact to it, so I put that in there. I did 1 cup in there. Now we used peanut butter. Now peanut butter is a really great fat. I use this to get some good fat in, some healthy omega fats, and to actually get some good protein in there too. And with this one I used about, I would say 2 tablespoons. So we're going to put that in there. You can change it up. If you see here, I can scroll down and choose how many servings and how much I actually put in there. Now the reason why I said 2 tablespoons instead of 1 1/2 is because typically I like to snack, so I always track a little bit extra sometimes because it's not always exact. Sometimes I do eat a little bit more, so it's always important to track that extra little snacking that you do. So here I did put about 2 teaspoons of chia seeds in there. It's really, really good protein. It's great for your health. And then I did some berries. So you can go ahead, you can type in berries, or if you want to be more specific, do blackberries. I put blackberries and raspberries in there. So I'm going to go to my blackberries. Now, you see there's so many different options. Now, there's never really a specific one that you have to choose. Typically they're all about in the same range of where the exact amount of calories they would be in. So that's kind of the point, is just getting a good number down to see where we're at. Now, and don't worry yourself about picking this certain brand. You can look up certain brands, of course. Now, if you see there's a green check mark right there. Basically the green check mark means it's verified. So it means that's the official specific numbers for that ingredient. So they don't, just because it doesn't have the green check mark does not mean that it's not exact. It just means that was verified by MyFitnessPal representative. So I'm going to go here. I also added sliced almonds, so I put that in there, about 1 tablespoon, I guess you could say. Again, I usually choose one that seems about right. Now you can see your carbs, your fats, and your proteins in there. So if it feels like it's about right, that means it probably is. So now I put in protein powder just to top it off, because my overnight oats are one of the best things that I get in the morning, starting off good with protein, a lot of protein in there. So I use the specific Orgain plant-based powder. Now, if you see there, the brand is underneath the label right there. So you can look up specific brands. Just keep that in mind if you want to be super specific. And so the reason why I didn't choose that one was because it wasn't completely exact to the amount of calories and the amount of protein I was actually getting in. Now, this one right here I saw, and this was the exact one that I had on my label, so I added that one instead. So there we go. We got all my overnight oat recipe, or my ingredients in there at least. This is the recipe how to make it, I guess, if you want to follow it that way too. So yeah, and let's say we went out to eat, right? Let's choose for lunch. Let's do Chick-fil-A, because Chick-fil-A is pretty universal. I did not go out to Chick-fil-A for lunch, just so you can see that you can track fast food or restaurant, or mostly widely known restaurant food items. So I'm gonna go down. So if you see the green check mark, that's usually a good one to start with. So that usually means that it's pretty exact. So I'm gonna choose Cobb salad. Let's say we ate a good Cobb salad today. See, it has your grams of protein, everything in there. So I did not actually eat that, so we're gonna delete that off, slide left. And you can also track drinks as well. You can track alcohol, but let's say we went to go get a smoothie from Smoothie King, okay? And I just type in the basic Smoothie King smoothie. It pops up with all the names that it has on the menu, which is super cool. So you can choose something that's a little bit more specific. So we're gonna go with our King Cake smoothie here. Add that on there. There you go. So you can add drinks as well. Just keep that in mind. So here we go. We have exercise. You can also track your exercise if you'd like. Choose what type of exercise you do. I have not submitted exercises to MyFitnessPal, but you can do that as well. So I tried looking up elliptical workouts to see if they had something around that, but I guess you do have to create a new exercise. So I do create new exercise, elliptical. How long have you been doing it for? Let's say we've been doing it for 30 minutes. And we burn, maybe not 400 calories, that'd be a lot. We'll do 200 calories. So it says that it was added successfully, and then if you see at the top, it says 202 for exercise. So that's approximately, how many calories we burned just from the exercise alone. And you're probably like, where did the 2 come from? Well, your phone automatically tracks how many steps you have. It doesn't mean it tracks how much you have with your watch or anything. It's just when you're carrying your phone. And then if you saw there, I added water. You can add your water, go in there. You can add a certain amount of ounces. This is really cool too. So I'm going to go down to nutrition, and we're going to press on nutrition. We're going to see how much we got in for today. So it'll tell you the percentages of carbohydrates, fats, proteins that we got in for the day. If we go to nutrients, it'll show you everything that we got in. All the fats, all the cholesterol, sodium, potassium, trans fats, pretty much everything. And it's really cool about that. So if we go to our calories, I know it says 100%, but that's only because we only logged our breakfast. So if we had a balanced day, we had a balanced 3-meal day, then we could do that. So you can also export your information too if you want to keep track of it, or if you want to send it to me. However, that does require a premium account. So I go to complete diary after you're done. Of course, my diary is not complete because I only tracked breakfast, but you get the idea. And it'll give you a little warning when it's like, hey, maybe you got too little calories in. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you right here. We went back to the home page. I just want to let you know that you can obviously go and scroll down, read all these articles, watch the videos. They could be very beneficial to you if you are about that. So we're going to go back to more, which is the 3-dot page all the way to the right. We're going to go to settings, okay? And then we're going to mess with our goals. So here you can choose your weekly nutrition settings. I always have it set to 1 week because obviously that's a basic week. You're just counting for 7 days. So now we're going to go to goals. I want to show you here that my current weight I'm going to change my current weight because I have gained weight. So with this, it'll help track. I am 128 now, so we're going to scroll all the way down. You can also choose how many workouts you get within a week and how many minutes are in each workout. This is really cool because it helps show the program how much you should be getting in. If we go into calories, carbs, and proteins and fats, you can change the percentage and the amount of each macro that you would be getting in a day or what your goal is. So I highly suggest you customize it because the standard MyFitnessPal amount would be a lower amount in this case because they automatically set you to 1,500 calories if you don't eat a lot or if you're trying to lose weight. So it's always very important to make sure you have a customized plan for yourself. I don't ever go by what the MyFitnessPal already sets up for me because it's not personalized in that way. So once we start tracking a little bit more, we can go over how much of your average calories you're getting in a day, how much proteins, fats, and carbohydrates you're getting in a day, and we can go from there and customize it so it will fit you. So yep, and that is about it. So you can also have challenges. If you see here, there's so many different things. This little more page really just has everything lined up so you can find it easier. Here, I'm going to show you something really cool. You can actually upload your recipes to MyFitnessPal, and this allows you to get a very specific amount of macros, and so you can track it a lot easier. So what you can start with is you can add a link in there, or you can press on one of the well-known websites that they have, click on one of theirs. So I'm actually going to go to the health one because they have healthier meals on there. I don't know, maybe it'll just give you a little better of an example. So let's go ahead with this linguine pasta right here. This sounds great. So what we're going to do is we're going to press import recipe, and if you see here, the ingredients didn't pop up. So sometimes this happens, sometimes it doesn't. What I usually do to make sure this doesn't happen is I go back to the recipe that I have pulled up, scroll all the way down, and you're going to highlight and copy all of the ingredients here. So then you're going to press copy once you get them all done, and then you're going to press import recipe again, and there are all the ingredients right there. And this part's really cool because it will give you the exact amount of macros. It'll match all the ingredients, and if you see here, it'll show you how many calories are in each ingredient. And then you can add that to your recipe book. And so if you say save, you can save the recipe to the MyFitnessPal, so you can always have that pulled up whenever you do make that recipe. If you make it a long time, it's really nice too. So again, that's all about MyFitnessPal. Hope you enjoyed.